truly wonderful sight that is. British combat aircraft before or since the war. 20,341 Spitfires were built in 22 different variants. The aircraft remained in production for 12 years throughout the entire Second World War. The prototype's maiden flight took place in March 1936, and the Mark I version entered Royal Air Force service with number 19 Squadron in August 1938.
Yeah. Never said you were small props. Like you got your props don't know that well. That's why I'm afraid
the development potential of the original design allowed the Spitfire's power coming from the different growl you hear here today of the Griffon engine as opposed to the standard Merlin that powered most of the fighters of the Battle of Britain. In World War II, a truly deserved place and probably the most successful fighter design ever. Certainly the most famous of all time. The right, and on the call of cabin, by the mic. Prototype Lancaster took to the air for its first flight from Woodford, not far from here in Manchester. Could carry a maximum bomb load of 22,000 pounds at maximum level speed with a full load of 15,000. Total of 7,377 Lancasters were built between 1941 and early 1946. 3,500 of these were lost in operations and another 200 or so destroyed or written off in various crashes. Only two, as you probably are aware, remain flying in the world today. Another group has aspirations to get a third, as we shall see. Shortly, the Lancaster will be joined again by the fabulous Spitfire, but an opportunity whilst we focus on the Lancaster to remember the 125,000 aircrew who served in Bomber Command during World War II. Over 73,700 of them became casualties, either killed, wounded or shot down and made prisoners of war. Glad to know the Lancaster captain today by Flight Lieutenant Ted Daly, himself a local lad from Formby. So great news. I hope there are one or two of his family here, perhaps old school chums here today. A very experienced C-130J pilot and instructor, and now having the pleasure of flying the brand new, well almost brand new, slightly different era when rotary power and the development of an air cavalry really came into play as part of the development of warfare and a broader spread of activity. What we're going to see now is probably one of the most famous helicopters of all time. Known as the UH-1, and that's how it derived its name to Huey. You hear the blade slap already in the hands of Neil Airy, a very constant pilot. But it's only that joins me today, Phil Connolly. Good afternoon to you, Phil. Lovely to see you. You can tell us a bit more about the detail of this aircraft. Give her 559 combat hours. Now, Phil, it's an extraordinary machine to own. Just a quick word on it. How on earth did you get involved with owning a Huey?
Long story. I first owned the military hotel. When you told that, there was only over one other helicopter. It's wrong. It really was the Huey. We found the Eurofighter Typhoon basically in an aircraft dismantling yard in Seattle when we found out about it.
Playing a little bit of Ride of the Valkyries here because, of course, you know, it's synonymous with so many movies as well. There's that, and of course, to a certain extent, Miss Saigon as well. You know, it's had a revival, hasn't it? And it's just a tremendous bit of stage work. I mean, it is such a feature of that campaign.
Obviously, George, you've been reading the media. Yes, 2 weeks ago, Miss Saigon moved from the West End in London to the Superdome in Birmingham, and we were given the great pleasure to meet the craft and fly them around Coventry Airport, and I think it was a great honour, and it was really a truly moving experience for the cast to see what it was actually all about. And I do believe in March this year the plane's moving to Manchester, so grab a ticket while you can. It's a fantastic performance.
Well, here's a challenge for you. I think you should... It goes back to the period of the Luftwaffe's Condor Legion, turning to Germany in 1939, and they left around 40 units on time for the Spanish Airforce to use. Then the Spanish government agreed a license production with Messerschmitt to produce many of them. A total of 25 of these airplanes sent to Spain.
Like I said,
but help is on hand, I believe, now. The Spitfires have been scrambled. And taking hot pursuits now, one of the most famous Spitfires in the United Kingdom. The production of that film during the summer of 1968, 17 crew shots, 2 Heinkel bombers and 9 Spitfires were engaged in bomb dogfights over East Anglia and above the Wash.
we're not.
The aircraft was sold to Spitfire Limited in September 2006, appearing regularly in many movies, and also in the making of Valkyrie starring Tom Cruise. It's now owned by Historic Flying Limited, and this aircraft now in the capable hands of John Romero.
Come on.
a hit has been achieved.
Messerschmitt's got a hit. Yay!
Beautiful pair of machines. 44 with solid ocean to the next great Greyhound. Performance and high-speed aircraft. Looking forward then, you were, I think, asking me a little earlier about the aircraft, some of the aircraft that were in last night with the fireworks on there. Yes, well, of course, we're going to see, this is one example now. We saw Otto earlier on, and here now, the Fireflies to demonstrate the beauty and flair of pairs formation flying. These are as pleasant as enjoyable to watch by day as they are exciting to watch at night. These are RV4s, a tremendous development of the original RV3. There's now a whole fleet of these aircraft flying around the world. The most popular kit plane by miles, with over 9,000 of these now flying, of which 1,400 or thereabouts are of this genre, the RV4. And during the display, these guys will be flying over 30 miles an hour, right up to 200 miles an hour, pulling up to 5G at the bottom of loops and weightless as they go over the top. Leading the team, John Gowdy, lives in West Sussex with his partner Katie. They both flying 737s. And John now on the 767 himself, short and long haul. Started flying gliders at a very young age, and so also met Katie in the same gliding club. He was sponsored by Air Atlantic when he was just 19, and got a commercial job initially flying an Islander for the Coast Guard at the now defunct Manston Airfield, before then going on to their signature manoeuvre about to commence, and we'll dedicate this to all the ladies in the Sefton Borough team who've worked so hard to make this such a fabulous weekend here, and have the faith to keep the night show part of it. So to join Helen and all the team based here in Southport who's been putting this together. Dear ladies, here's the heart, just for you. As well, and you notice the elliptical bend. Number 115 Squadron at Royal Air Force Wittering, training qualified pilots to be flying instructors.
It's the pilot.
As this half horizontal on your left is completed, Andy is then going to offset a roll to fly away from you before performing a stall turn. As I mentioned earlier, today the Tutor is flown by the Royal Air Force's largest flying school, number 6 Flying Training School. The Tutor is used to train junior RAF pilots university air squadron students and air cadets being flown on air experience flights around the UK. You can find out more about these exciting organisations by meeting Manchester and Salford University Air Squadron students located in front of the Typhoon on the ground at our stand. Now this next manoeuvre is going to turn the Tutor through 90 degrees and is called the Quarter Clover. The aircraft being flown today is a Grob 115E Tutor, and it is operated in partnership with Bangkok International Group. It is constructed of a composite material with a 180 horsepower Lycoming piston engine, and it has a top speed of 185 knots or 212 miles per hour. It can achieve a maximum of positive 6G, and during this display Andy is subjected to forces 6 times stronger than gravity. You can now see that Andy positioned the Tutor at 45 degrees to display the iconic Royal Air Force roundel painted to the underside of the Tutor on this barrel roll. The roundel finds its origins in August 1914, when British aircraft needed to be distinguished from German or French aircraft. Today, the Royal Air Force is expanding and recruiting for over 50 rewarding and demanding careers such as air traffic controllers and engineers. The Royal Air Force has an exciting future with the arrival of the Poseidon II multi-role fast jet and the Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft, as well as a growth in the number of Typhoon squadrons. Remember to go to our stand located by the Typhoon to find out more about the Royal Air Force, University Air Squadrons, Air Experience Flying, or the Tutor display, and visit us at ref.mod.uk/Tutor display team. As I mentioned at the start of the display, I've installed a camera into the cockpit, and you can go to our Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.
We're having a new technique. Take a tutor and bomb them without. Yeah, the first thing you need is take a tutor. Okay, what's that going to do? It's going to bomb and then you said you can take
I think we're up to about 30 years now, maybe the 31st year post-production. He's actually born in Canada, moved to the UK in 1972, and he's lived in North Wales for the last 13 or 14 years, and is the director of the North Wales Military Aviation Services Limited Company, who owns and operates the aircraft. So a relatively local lad. The original concept of the Strikemaster was a result of the export success of the JP. And they began work on the Mark V, which would be able to perform both the training role and light attack duties, but at a price that was smaller nations could afford, thus improving its chances in the export market. So we have to go back now. It's really interesting to see how slowly he's flying this, barely 100 miles an hour or so, and a very, very stable aircraft to train and fly. Let's go back to June 1954.
Let's go. Flying.
So a massive welcome to the Southport Air Show by one of the most important aircraft still flying in Europe today. Testimony to the largest supporters club of its kind in the world. Incredible to think it's been flying in the UK for 40 years. From 1942 to 1945, thousands of B-17 flying fortresses flew daylight missions out of British bases, mainly in East Anglia. They helped to bring about the end of the war in Europe. Powered by 4 Wright Star 18-200 97 Typhoon radial engines, each producing 1,200 horsepower and 15,000 feet. Now the maximum speed of 287 miles an hour, 25,000 feet, and regularly cruises at 150 miles an hour at 5,000 feet. It can climb 20,000 feet. There you see it's relatively small bomb base, but able to carry their power.
Looks like
Having a lovely topside view in the hands of Peter Kuipers. Very experienced commercial pilot, as well as being the most experienced man flying this particular aircraft as well. It was acquired by businessman and pilot Ted White and renamed Sally B after his longtime companion Ellie, and ferried to UK to bring a new career as an airshow performer and a star of films and TV. Sadly, in 1982, Ted was killed during an air rally in Malta flying his T-6 Harvey. But Sally B has worn the black and yellow checkerboard markings of Ted Harvard on the starboard inner engine cowling ever since. One of the men who founded the Sally B organisation.
Yeah, but I'm getting better. Let's face it,
Sally B is a living reminder of a time in our history when large formations of B-17 flying fortresses flew daylight missions across the Channel. But the absence of any kind of official support, raising the funds needed to operate Sally B has always been a constant struggle, and more help is urgently needed if she is to continue flying for years to come. To us and to you, all of us here in Southport this weekend, to help keep this wonderful aircraft and its important heritage flying for us and future generations. You can do that, of course, by going straight to the B-17 Charitable Trust website at sunnyb.org.uk. Signature start day, the cells of what you're looking at here is a whole selection of armies. You've seen a couple of them already today.
When you watch them, they come around and you're like this, and then they do that, and then you're like...
These led by Simon Sid Shirley. Very challenging now in this 6-ship formation that you see. They built up over the years, in the last couple of years, and like all light aircraft, much affected by the wind at the moment, bumpy out there, so all the pilots are working very hard to keep in position. I should say in position, shouldn't I? It's bringing the whole team round now for what he calls the undersigned hard, stirring all the aircraft off the platform, and as you do see them exit, you'll see Raven 6 pull up and roll away.
I kind of figured it'd be him.
So the mixture you've got here is one Army Tornado GL1, but now a training captain for a major UK airline flying the Airbus A330. He's completed that now, and if you look, here come 1, 3, 4, and 5 blocks, and Raven 2, Steve Lloyd flying the Cyclone, barrel rolling up now the formation. Once they've done this, you'll see Raven 6 doing his best to chase and join up with the formation. We'll drop in and out of the cockpit, and we'll hear Sid calling them back in. Of course, everything very clear, very cryptic. To spare.
On number 6.
And here comes the beautiful Twizzle. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous demonstration of formation flying, and I think we're all blessed here. Such a fantastically clear day to watch it as well. Smoke is on. They're running in for their final manoeuvre of the day. Not an opportunity to wave, but a great opportunity for your cameras as they perform the fan break. Multi-roll, swing roll, and the first combat. Through to the high, taking the we have a speed limit around UK of 600 miles an hour, and of course that is to stop anybody going supersonic and smashing a few windows and frightening everybody to death. But nonetheless, that's pretty quick. The aircraft, of course, capable of flying up to Mach and greater than 2, so twice the speed of sound. An extraordinary machine. The aircraft is flying to 35. Then converting that into a negative G turn, again a very unpleasant position, then converting that back into a positive G, up to 9G in these tight turns. But as I say, his full body harness almost with a chest piece, course thigh. Now with the undercarriage down, you see the landing lights on. He's got a lot of help in there. Very comfortable office he's got up front as well.